Amazing debate last night. Another Democratic debate, this time happened in Florida. And Bernie Sanders literally burned down the house with some amazing comebacks and amazing applause lines. It was awesome. Now, what I want to do is I actually want to show you some of my favorite lines from the debate. Of course, I've got so many video clips to go along with it right here. So let's start out with the tactics used by Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders standing up against it. Let's watch.
Did you support the Minutemen?
I'm sorry?
Did you support the Minutemen as Secretary of
Of course not. There was a piece of legislation supported by dozens and dozens of members of the House which codified existing legislation. What the Secretary is doing tonight, and has done very often, is take large pieces of legislation and take pieces out of it. No, I did not oppose the bailout or the support of the automobile industry. No, I do not support vigilantes, and that is a horrific statement, an unfair statement to make. I will stand in terms of my political career, fighting for workers, fighting for the poorest people in this country. Madam Secretary, I will match my record against yours any day of the week.
Damn. I will match my record against yours any day of any week. Hillary, bring it on. Bring it on. Come on. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. God, I love it. I love it. But see, this also shows what Hillary Clinton likes to do. And I've talked about this before. She takes little pieces of legislation out of big bills, right, that he might have voted against and says, look, Senator Sanders, he voted against this or that. He's against you. He's against the workers. Or, you know, the auto bailout. He's against auto workers. He's against union jobs. You're going to trust he's against union jobs. He voted against it. No. You're ignoring the rest of the bill. The Wall Street bailout. That's what he's against. He's against bailing out rich people who fucked over the economy. The bankers. Jamie Dimon and Lloyd Blankfein. He's against those guys, not against the workers. But what you do? You cherry pick out something that, oh, look at that. Part of that money was the auto bailout, and the rest of it happened to go to Wall Street. He voted against that. Now, of course, she voted for it, not because she cares about the workers. No. It's because she cares about Wall Street. Now, okay, look, to be fair, she did vote for the first auto bailout bill, and then she voted for the second. Okay, let's be fair on that. I get a little too ahead of myself, but seriously, it's still what she's using right now. She's employing a dirty political tactic. And look, to be honest, from the side of the audience, they weren't exactly buying it. Now, the next thing I want to go after is the Hillary speeches, her paid speeches to Wall Street to Goldman Sachs. Let's see Bernie Sanders crush her.
You have demanded that Secretary Clinton release the transcripts of her paid Wall Street speeches. Why is this important? Do you have reason to believe that she says one thing in private and another in public?
Well, what I have said is that when you get, I believe it is $225,000 for giving a speech, and she gave several speeches to Goldman Sachs, one of the Wall Street financial institutions whose greed and illegal behavior helped destroy our economy a number of years ago. When you get paid $225,000, that means that that speech must have been an extraordinarily wonderful speech.
So does this mean that you would not think she would have to disclose?
I would think that a speech so great that you got paid so much money for, you would like to share it with the American people. So I think she should release the transcript.
Senator, so you're saying that it's the
Secretary said, well, she will do it if other people do it. I will do it. I didn't give any speeches. There is no transcript.
But my question was, do you think she's saying one thing in these speeches and another in public?
That is exactly what releasing the transcripts will tell us. This I do know. This I do know. There is a reason why Wall Street has provided $15 million just in the last reporting period to the secretary's super PAC. Now, the secretary says it doesn't influence her. Well, that's what every politician says who gets money from special interests. The question that the American people have to determine, you could say that Wall Street is greedy, they're fraudulent, but they're not dumb.
Thank you, Senator.
Why are they making those kind of large contributions?
Thank you. Your time is up.
God damn it, I love it when he goes on the attack. Look, the whole idea that Hillary Clinton, or any politician in general, that gets tons of money from Wall Street or any other sort of special interest group isn't influenced by that is ridiculous. Of course they're influenced by the money. That's why right now, like, we had this study that showed that we live in an oligarchy, okay? The policy priorities of people down the lower income spectrum have a near zero statistically insignificant impact on policy. That's what we're living in today. He's absolutely right. They're influenced by that money. Nobody is really dumb enough to believe that their candidate isn't influenced by that money. If you are, you're deluding yourself. You are not living in reality. You're on a completely different planet. You are lying to yourself. Look, nobody is above being bought, okay? That's why Bernie Sanders says, I don't want your super PAC money. I don't want to owe you. I want to do this with the people. I want to be beholden not to corporate donors. I want to be beholden to you. And that's why he's raising money from regular people, right? He doesn't want those wealthy donors. He knows exactly how corrupting money in politics is, and he wants absolutely no part of it. None, not whatsoever. I love that. And that's why, of course, the people are backing Bernie. That's why he's raised millions and millions of dollars. Millions. He's almost, at one point, he raised more than Hillary Clinton has. All from small donors, all from the people, all from you guys. No other candidate has done that. All right. So, another moment, next moment. Needs a little bit of context. So, here, I'm going to play a clip of Hillary Clinton, and then we're going to talk about it, then I'm going to follow up with Senator Sanders. Watch.
I have a public record, and you can go look it up. I went to Wall Street before the Great Recession and basically called them out, said that their behavior was putting our economy at risk, called for a moratorium on foreclosures. I went to the Orlando area during the '08 campaign to make the same case. I have been on the record, and now I do have the toughest, most comprehensive plan to go after Wall Street, and not just the big banks, all the other financial interests that pose a threat to our economy. And I have said no bank is too big to fail, and no executive is too powerful to jail, and I will use the powers that have now been passed by the Congress, by President Obama, who, incidentally, took a lot of money from Wall Street, which didn't stop him from signing into law the toughest regulations on the financial industry since the Great Depression.
All right, so here's Clinton doing dude, I went to Wall Street and I told them to cut it out. I told them to cut it out, and they listened to me. No, they actually didn't. And remember, she didn't actually go to Wall Street. She went to NASDAQ. And guess what? The economy still crashed. NASDAQ had nothing to do with it. She still told them, you better quit doing what you're doing. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Obviously, didn't work, didn't have an impact. And it probably wouldn't have, even if you went to Wall Street, even if you didn't go to NASDAQ. Anyway, with that context, let's now go to Senator Sanders and his response. This is awesome.
Clearly, the secretary's words to Wall Street has really intimidated them. And that is why they have given her $15 million in campaign contributions.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you, Senator.
what I believe is, in fact, that we have a corrupt campaign finance system. And it's not just Wall Street, it's the drug companies who receive millions of dollars from the fossil fuel industry. We've got to overturn Citizens United.
Wait a minute. Now,
Damn. Overturn Citizens United, man. Got to get rid of it. Now, on the dollar figure, remember he said Hillary Clinton received $15 million from Wall Street. That's actually wrong. That's actually been fact checked. It's worse. Hillary Clinton has actually received $21 million from Wall Street donors. It's even worse. Senator Sanders was understating. And maybe he was being kind, but he certainly understated the amount of Wall Street money that has flowed into Hillary Clinton's campaign coffers. Now, finally, let's go to my favorite part of the debate and my favorite moment, and trust me, you'll see why. Watch.
Can I just
Go ahead,
briefly
go ahead,
look?
please. You have 30 seconds, Senator.
There is nobody in the United States Congress who has taken on the Koch brothers who want to destroy Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and virtually every federal program passed since the 1930s more than Bernie Sanders. And I am proud that the gentleman who is head of Goldman Sachs, now he didn't give me $225,000 for speaking fees. He said I was dangerous, and he is right. I am dangerous for Wall Street.
I love that. I am the danger to Wall Street. That right there. Best line of the debate. My favorite by far. Wall Street, no, they're not coming for me. I'm coming for them. You think they're the danger? No. I'm the danger. God damn it, that was amazing. I fucking love that. All right. I'm excited. All right, one last clip for you guys here, and that's his closing statement. And trust me, this closing statement earned Senator Sanders a standing ovation. Watch.
A wonderful debate, but time being limited, some of the most important issues facing our country have not been asked. And that is it acceptable that in America, the top 1/10 of 1% now owns almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%? Is it acceptable that while the average American works longer hours for lower wages, 58% of all new income is going to the top 1%? Is it acceptable that Wall Street and billionaires are spending hundreds of millions of dollars trying to buy elections? Is that democracy or is that oligarchy? Which is why I believe we've got to overturn Citizens United and move to public funding of elections. Is it right that in the greatest, wealthiest country in the history of the world, so many of our young people can't even afford to go to college or leave school deeply in debt? In the wealthiest country in the history of the world, if we stand up, fight back, we can do a lot better. That's why I'm running for president.
Standing ovation, man. Standing ovation. Look, there's one thing that I have to say about the after effects in that debate hall from this debate.
Oh man, the building is on fire.
It's on fire. Sanders burned the house down, man. And look, substantive analysis, right? The questions from the moderators were actually very tough, right? They unloaded on Hillary Clinton, right? Of course, that's because they had a lot more ammo. They did hit Sanders on some things. They hit him on the Sandinistas. They hit him on the Cuban healthcare system, which, look, he was wrong. Cuba's healthcare system actually does suck, okay? And the reason is people can't get the medication. Now, it used to be subsidized. Now it's not. People have a hard time getting medication to live. Right now, it's a broken system. Now, is it as broken as ours? I don't know. I can't really do that comparison, nor do I feel like it at this point. However, he's wrong on that, but overall, this debate was amazing. Sanders did amazingly well. He was full of energy, he had good comebacks, and he was aggressive. Even so, he even had Vox and the Washington Post calling it a win for Sanders. Remember, Vox and the Washington Post, pro-Hillary. Right? Pro-Hillary across the board. Even they're like, yeah, he kicked ass. Yeah, he kicked Hillary's ass. That's what happened. And then, of course, you get into the normal spin of, it's too late. How's he going to do? He's still behind in the delegate. Right, okay. But nonetheless, debate performance did very well. And you even had those guys calling it for Sanders. As I said, he was aggressive. He was on point. He hammered Hillary Clinton on Wall Street. And he did not let up for even a second. And it was fucking glorious. Jeez. He was on his game. Hillary Clinton was not. And I think she was unprepared to go after Sanders because, honestly, she probably thought that she was going to have to pivot to the center, right? That she was going to try to make more of a general election appeal. She didn't think that Bernie Sanders was going to pull out a win in Michigan. At this point, she thought she was going to win Michigan and that Sanders was pretty much done. He'd still be in there, but she would be more arguing against Donald Trump or the Republicans. No, still a race, and she didn't have enough time to prepare for this assault by Senator Sanders, and I thought it was awesome. His win in Michigan fucked up her plans. Fucked it up. And with Sanders there will be no pivot. There will be no pivot for Hillary Clinton, and Senator Sanders goes to the general, gets the nomination. There will also be no pivot for Sanders. He is who he is, and he stands on principle. Most politicians, after the primary, they pivot over to the center, they get to the center. That's not where Bernie Sanders needs to go. Remember, Bernie Sanders has a huge lead with independents. Independents are usually who they try to get in the general election. The independents are already with Senator Sanders. They already want his political revolution. They're already there with him. So why would he have to pivot? Exactly. All in all, amazing debate. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I loved every second of it. And those were my favorite moments. Now, I want to ask the audience, what were your favorite moments? Let me know in the comments what your favorite moments were from the debate, what I got right, what I got wrong, what I didn't include, and I look forward to seeing your comments right here.